This is the iPhone 15 Pro setup. It has a detachable monitor, a battery power bank, which charges the phone as well as powers the monitor. You have an external SSD so that you can record to Apple ProRes, and it has audio which is recorded straight into the camera with this DJI Mic. And then you can get talking headshots like this. This is recording using the iPhone 15 Pro's front-facing camera. I have audio recording using DJI Mic. Fortunately, it's a sunny day, so lighting conditions are good, and the video hopefully comes out all right. Otherwise, you might want to get a key light to help you with lighting conditions. And I'll talk you through how you can build a setup like this. And whilst it's not perfect, there are some things to look out for, but it works and it's functional. So the foundation of this rig is mainly built on two things. One is the ULANZI ST27 phone mount, which has a 1/4-inch screw thread for mounting a tripod. This is a Manfrotto tabletop tripod. I think it's called the Pixie Mini. You can use any tripod. And on top of that is the SmallRig top handle, which simply attaches to the top of the cold shoe mount of the ULANZI. Then we have another ULANZI mount on the side. This is attached to the top handle, again via the cold shoe mount on the side. And this holds the Anker USB-C Hub. This is a 7-in-1. With this, you can connect the monitor, power source, SSD, and the microphone, which is upside down, but at least the screen and audio levels are facing you when you are recording. I'll come back to why that's upside down. On top, we have the Falcam F22 quick release pan head kit. I think that's what it's called, and this is screwed onto the top handle. Now, this Falcam mount is optional. The main reason is that when it came to using the standard tilt arm, it comes with the Feelworld monitor. It can get in the way of the USB-C power, which powers the monitor, and with the Falcam, it frees up that space underneath. The added bonus is that you can easily attach the monitor and tilt it very easily. Then on both sides of the arm are just car phone vent mounts. You may have seen these, or you may have one. These are just simply mounts that mount into the vent of the car and hold your mobile phone. And conveniently, they slip onto the top arm. One is used to hold the Anker power bank, and the other is to hold the SSD to record to Apple ProRes. This is a Samsung 1TB SSD, which you can pick one up for a reasonable price, probably around $100. Now, cables, I'm using a coiled HDMI cable to keep things a little bit neat, and some USB-C cables that I have lying around, and some USB-C to USB-A attachments because my very old Anker power bank. And this is what it looks like using the setup. I've got the iPhone video footage recorded to the external SSD. I've got the monitor so I can see myself in the center of the frame or positioning. And if I want to, for example, showcase an item, again, the monitor helps with that. I've got the DJI receiver and I've got the audio meters facing me so I can see how the audio meters are doing. And all this is powered using the Anker battery power bank that's powering both the monitor plus keeping the iPhone charged. Now, there are some things to be aware of when it comes to this audio setup. You can either have it plugged in through USB-C like I have, and then you have audio straight recorded into the camera. And you probably notice that it's upside down. It would be nice to have it the right way up. The only spare USB-C port is underneath, and that one is reserved for the power pass-through, which charges the phone. And because of how the grip is clamping the USB-C, only the top USB-C ports are available, which I can use. And I have a USB-C to USB-A conversion. Unfortunately, it gives me just enough height to fit the DJI receiver. At least this way, you can see the audio levels and the receiver is working. Now, once it's plugged in, you can use the standard iPhone camera app to record. It's just a shame you can't really tell if it's being recorded using the DJI Mic receiver or the iPhone microphone. The other option is to use the Blackmagic camera app. With this app, you can explicitly select the DJI receiver as the audio source. Otherwise, I think it by default uses the iPhone microphone. The second option is you don't have to use the transmitter or have it plugged in at all. You can just record to an external mic. You don't even need the DJI mic. You can use something like this, and the audio will have to be synced in post. Now, the other thing is video footage. Now, you may or may not notice, but the video footage on the iPhone recorded with Apple ProRes is in HD rather than 4K. If you didn't notice, great. If you did, well, that's because for some reason recording at 4K with Apple ProRes whilst doing some testing with this setup, I noticed the video would be choppy and have some dropped frame rates. I thought it was a cable plugged into the SSD, so I swapped out for another. That didn't work. Then I tried the different USB-C ports. That didn't work either. I tried a lot of combinations, and to be honest, I don't know. But if I only plug the SSD into the iPhone, that's fine. That works. Apple ProRes 4K. And when I have the SSD plugged into the USB-C hub and the microphone, that also works. So a bit more investigation is needed, I think. The other thing you have to be wary of is the battery power bank. Whilst I was testing, you need a battery power bank which is powerful enough to power both the monitor and charge the iPhone. This one I have is an Anker one. It's pretty old, but it's still going. I think this is 13,000 milliamp hours and it's capable of around 12 watts per USB port. Don't quote me on that. So make sure you have something powerful enough. Or you can get a separate battery for the monitor, which the Feelworld monitor supports. Then you only need a power bank to charge the iPhone. Now with all these things in mind, like I said, it's not perfect, but if you like the ease of recording with an iPhone and you want to do some talking headshots like this, or if you want to do some B-roll or voiceover or whatever it is, hopefully this is giving you some inspiration to do a build of your own. And if you're thinking about whether an iPhone or a dedicated camera is better for photo or video, then check out this video how I compare the iPhone 15 with the ZV-E10 or whatever YouTube suggests in that box, in that corner. I'll see you later.